Okay, so it's been a week and I can't find my glasses. Oh, there they are. That's where Cleo hid them. Fantastic. I've been looking for these for a full week. Oh man, wow, these are messy. We're gonna go ahead and get a few things set up. First, as always. Oops, something went wrong. Wow, technology is breaking on me. We're gonna go and close this movie editor just in case that's not helping. Okay, there we go. Finally back to Polytopia. Make sure everything's set up. Make sure that's set up. Oh yeah, and I still need to take my allergy medicine. Fantastic. So what we got is another good day. We are starting a little bit late. We're gonna go ahead and do we have any still at? We got 3. We got Luxador 91, 94, 90. Looks like we're gonna be playing Polaris. I'll try to get perfect as them real fast. Now, unfortunately, this is probably the worst spawn we could have as Polaris. .620, that's Simanti, and then of course playing against Hudrig, which is the 520 score right here. Wait, no, 520 is... 620 is... hold on. 400, 500, so it's tier 2 tech. So this is Hudrig. Oh wait, I can see the territory, it's barter. I don't know why I'm struggling with that. First thing is we're gonna do is we're gonna try to spread out in multiple different directions. Playing perfection? No, we're playing domination. We're trying to get that 100% for all of them. How's it going, Tales of Zoo? We're gonna follow the fish. Unfortunate. Hunt. Get ourselves that workshop. We always start the streams off. We've only got a few tribes left to get the perfect 100% score, but we're trying to get 100% domination on every tribe. There's somebody over here. If we get an explorer, we can find them and get a huge boost to our economy. Valuable resources. So there are a few things. It would be cool to play a 2v2 later if someone would join. Yeah, 2v2s would be pretty interesting to play. The issue is communication for the players, trying to make sure that one doesn't have an advantage over the other. If only I knew if this was originally barter territory or Hudrig. I think for the most part, though, there's not going to be any farmland here. A simple free-for-all works as well. Possibly. I think we've actually tried doing a free-for-all, and It devolved very fast. I don't remember how well everyone's experience of it was. The issue is I put all of my eggs in this one basket on this setup. Hunt, lumber hots, resources. I guess we gotta get another Mooney. Ice fishing? Hunt, fish, and we can explore. I'm dying. This gives us a lot of oh, come on. Of course, it's not going to find the lighthouse over there. That'd be too easy. We do need to consider writing soon. Okay, so here's what I'm going to be trying to do. We're going to attempt to kill off Hudrick. The biggest issue is going to be this archer right over here. If we put this Mooney right here on this force tile, sure, we can freeze this archer. But this archer stays. If they level up their city, they can train another unit. Oh, shoot. I just realized because of the music I was playing previously, I have my music way too loud. There we go. My bad. So we can bring this Mooney to this tile right here. Warrior goes here, bop bop. This can go, well, this one can go here, freeze, bop bop. I mean, we don't actually no, we do really need to freeze it. The issue is the likelihood of them leveling up their city and then training a unit. We're gonna take a gamble. It doesn't work. Right. We're gonna lumber hots, fish, resources, and at this moment, I really would like to pick up. If I pick up archery, we can train an ice archer now. Oh, but we can't guarantee getting this archer. We're gonna go ahead and get riding and train ourselves a rider here in the front. That is probably the best case scenario we could have asked for. Because we can go here, over here, bop. Rider. We do want to get a Gami soon. We gotta move this Mooney back over here. Do you think Polaris were nerfed or buffed after the update? Their early game was severely buffed, their late game was nerfed. Once all the enemy tribes have enough economy, it's just a matter of time before all the ice gets broken and Polaris really can't do too much. But just this ability, we locked out 6 stars worth of units with a single unit. You could try to argue that, you know, that's not that strong at all, but to be able to just deal with an entire enemy force with one unit And that's not even a knight. Just their entire unit, their entire forces were completely locked out. Alright, but that is half the battle. Now we need to find Barter and take them out. We are going to want Polarism. I'm going to go and research that now, even though I have no reason to. Alright, Barter's here, and this is not land, so Barter is on the water. That terrifies me. If we pick up roads, we can connect. We just need a better economy at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and just capture all these. Unfortunately, we are not able to explore outwards. I mean, I could attempt to explore, but I don't think it's going to work the way I need it to work. Pretty certain it's just going to go like here, then bounce over, and then be done. We're just going to get a few more workshops. Have you recover, and pass the turn. Nice! We can access the land right over there. Ooh. Hunt. Hunt. Workshop. Lumberhots. 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 Gonna go ahead and get ourselves those resources. We'll do it again over here. Lumberhot, lumberhot, lumberhot. Resources. We have to train a Mooney here on the front. And then we need to start throwing some units over here. Rammer. Terrifying. We can rush this rider all the way over here. We can rush this rider here. This rider can rush. They have a veteran swordsman. Guess I don't necessarily need to kill that. These Moonies have two. Should be fine, right? I just need to make sure I don't lose a single unit, and it's getting tough. Another Mooney? Mooney, and then we're just going to train a whole bunch of riders. You know what would probably be better are battle sleds. Bop. Rush on back. Forward. Bop. Rush back. Forward. Bop. Bop. We're going to pick up climbing. Shoot, that Mooney's dead. If only I had vision. I should have been just slowly exploring with riders instead. There's no need for me to rush this tile right here. They showed mercy. One, two, three. Move you on back. We're just slowly going to move forward and freeze up all their units. This actually should be everything here. Cleo. What is your ELO rating? I think we're around like 350 on average. Oh, there's another one over here. Alright, we gotta explore with this city. Should have done this first, just in case. Okay, looks like we're gonna be fine. Leo. Outpost, outpost, outpost. We're just going to increase the economy. Hunt. We're also really seeking to not lose any units. What's the best way I can get a monument? Looks like the best way is going to be just getting level 5. If I pick up mathematics here, we could probably rush a Gami here, which will then allow us to get another Gami here on the front. What's up, folks? Good morning. We'll be catching up with some work and enjoying the stream on the in the background today. How's it going, Christopher? It's good to hear. I really am seeking to just get a Gami as fast as possible on this city. We don't necessarily need a Gami. We can just train a Mooney here and a Rider here. And then even if I train Riders everywhere else, it's not going to do us much good. But I can still outpost and then Lumberhots, Lumberhots, Lumberhots. Population growth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We only need 5. Clear, 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 clear. And clear. For Lumberhot. Outpost. That'll get us a super unit. Which will then get us a super unit on this city the following turn. Right? Alrighty. Bop. Bop. And then we might as well secure. Bop. Bop. Restore. Road. Bop. Bop-a-da-bop. And rush them all the way over here. Tricky thing is how we're going to be able to get to here. I think we actually just need to pick up archery. Move the Gami here. We'll get ice archers. We're going to actually save on capturing this one. Bando just joined. Is this domination mode? Yes, this is domination mode. We're on our way to getting the another 100%. It's been a few weeks since we've been able to get another 100%. Yeah, we're going to stand by on capturing this one. Nah, we're fine. We'll go ahead and capture it. Looks like you get 100%. I'm actually kind of excited. It's been a while. Gates of Power. Population growth. We're going to get ourselves another Gami. And attempt to just overrun. Where'd you come from? I don't appreciate when the AI cheats and just throws units out from random in the fog. I mean, it's not cheating. I'm sure they were already there. But that movement just seemed kind of fishy. I remember the last one was what? Yeah. Alright, we're going to grab roads. Because I'm pretty certain we can road forward. Yes, we can. Right over to there. We're going to attack here because I just want to. Bop. Bop. And bop. That should do it. That is going to be a 100% on turn 16. No survivors. That is 100% right there. Oh, that is exciting! We are down to 4 left on 100% on the tribes. We just take a look right over there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got 5 tribes left. Our next one is going to be Luxador, because they're our worst percentage-wise. But we are nearly 3/4 of the way through perfect domination. Yeah, that's a big note. I hate to do this. We're going to be playing Polaris just for 1 game. As we typically play the tribe that we play Perfection with. At least for the first game. So we will be playing Polaris. I'm probably going to lose because I've not practiced with Polaris at all. I remember, what was it, like a month ago? We spent basically the entire stream playing Polaris just to get a better understanding of them. And I've forgotten everything since. But yeah. We are 1 step closer to being 100% on all of our dominations. Everyone been having a good week so far? If I still have the game, I would join. Fair enough. Alright, we are playing against Kiku. So, we are definitely going to be trying to go the forestry route, because Kiku gets that. They get a good amount of fruits. But Kiku will be starting the game off with the extra water, and they're going to start with water. Hopefully it's just a couple of puddles in their capital and not a full blown we are on lakes, right? Fascinating. All right, we're going to be going organization, unfortunately. Just we got to be able to level up this front city. Organization. We're going to pick that up. Fruit. Fruit. And workshop. Sometimes you can get away doing it the other way around, but what I want to do is I want to move this Mooney north and then explore. It also gives us a chance to move this warrior once tile this away, which gives us more control on which direction we're pushing the explorer towards. First, the map looks like this. The fishers would be an unfortunate choice, right? Down there. Yikes. Fruit, fruit. Explorer. No! Go up. Up and up and up and up. Up and 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 up. Dang. I'm going to spend a turn to greed. Just so we can further improve our economy. There is a village more likely right here. They're going to be picking up those ruins. I thought about training 2 warriors. One so that way it could go this way. One so that way it can go this way to start heading towards this village. So I think what my opponent is assuming is I'm going to be stepping onto these, picking up climbing, step onto the mountains. Doing so will allow him to double tap and kill off my Mooney, which would be unfortunate. However, we're going to start off by researching hunting. Hunt, fruit, server, fruit, hunt, resources, collect, and hunt, fruit, workshop, and pass the turn. We are being very greedy, but I am really trying to prioritize a better economy. Because especially with these Moonies. Oh, he got population with that. Scary. You're only producing 4 stars? No, you're producing 5 stars. Oh, there's the workshop building tile right there. Alright, we gotta mute that. Perfect. We are gonna pick up writing. Get ourselves a writer here in the back. Oh. I can break the ice! Put me in, coach, I can do it! If I were you, I'd just train warriors. Yeah. Wow, they got... Why? I just put you on mute. If I were you, I'd just train warriors. It's a decent idea. Giant already? Yeah. Alright, and then the other managers wonder why I don't respond. Alright, so we are going to move here. Warrior, Rider, and Rider. I'm just gonna pass the turn. Turn 6, turn 7 giants. My goodness. Ooh, tricky position. This is a very tricky position. So here's what I'm gonna do. We are gonna go here. Bop. Go here. Train a Mooney. Pass the turn. If we need to, we can get roads to road somebody forward. But what this allows us to do, because if he's getting full greed, he could try to capture this village right over here. We're gonna make his giants completely useless. Yep. First things first, you get to move right over here. Bop it a bop. Bop. And that is mine. Next. We're going to move this Mooney here. We're going to move this warrior here. Bop. Secure this kill. Move you north. I think archers are too slow. We're going to train another Mooney over here and train a rider here. We're going to put some pressure here on the south. If I put too much in the north, they're just going to keep reinforcing and the giant's going to go up. Why are they too slow? I feel they'd be useful in this position. Ice archers. So ice archers are too slow because it's going to take 4 turns before they can get onto the front lines. And I want a solution now. Ooh, that was the wrong position to be putting those units. Bop it a bop. Bop it a bop. Secure this kill. You get to go here. You get to go here. Roads? Forestry. We're gonna pick up forestry. Capture. Move you back over here. 2 Moonies should be enough. We're gonna trade 1 more. Capture. And pass the turn. Yep. That's right. I got to see it before they did. Why would you land it? Oh, our poor opponent. Their poor soul. We're about to... Death from 1,000 stabs, or death from 1,000 cuts, or death from 1,000,000,000 knives, or death from a... They're gonna have a bad day. I'm gonna go and capture this. Ooh, yes! Population growth. We have to train another Mooney here, because one or both of these warriors are going to try to kill this. just need that vision. Yes! That's awesome. Hunt. Hunt. Workshop. And... bop. Slowly kill those giants off. Yep. I guess you didn't need them after all. Yeah, I mean, now is the point where the archers would be useful, but these Moonies, because of their skate ability, are useful now. And that's when I need them, is now. Not later, now. This is unfortunate right here. We're gonna pick up climbing. Ooh, that's a gummy! Oh, they have a catapult. I gotta leave. I almost feel bad for the guy. I gotta put the Park of Fortune here. Resources. Rider. We're just gonna bop here, but we're threatening this catapult with this warrior with that move. Pass the turn. We do have another monument coming up with Killer. Ooh, he prioritized killing the Moonie. Don't know if that's the right move. I mean, he's got to, but oh no, you had to hit this warrior. Move you there. We're gonna be moving you there. Bop it bop. Move you on back. We're gonna be moving you there. Road you on forward. Pass the turn. I really needed that road. He is putting up a pretty good fight, but... it's going to be real tricky to come back from that. As long as we constantly have enough units to keep freezing everything up. And unless you can get another giant at his capital, that's the game. Oh wait, no, we're one short. Maybe we can. Actually, I think we can still do it. I think the riders still get enough. Bop. 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 That's the killer monument. We're just gonna reduce the number of units our opponent has. I think it's just safer to do it this way. Lumber hots, lumber hots, lumber hots. Resources. Rider. 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 And I'm just gonna chop just for another rider. Pass the turn. This is brutal. It is. Our opponent did not have a necessarily good spawn. We were closer to the center of the map. They were not close enough to the lighthouse to receive its bonus for free. And then by the time they finally moved to get onto the coast, I was already at the door. Yep, that's the game. They put up a good fight. A lot of people say that Polaris got nerfed. Maybe. Maybe. How is my phone still going off? This is going to be Polaris versus Ragu. Small lakes. At least they can rest in peace now. Yeah. We'll take a look and see if there's anything they could have done differently from their view. So, we're going to go ahead and pull up their vision, autofocus, shared fog. Alrighty. First thing to note, you're going to train a warrior on this next turn, but I would move the first warrior straight down to head towards where more of this fruit is, which is exactly what is done right there. Next turn, you train another warrior, and the new warrior should be going this way, which it does. So right now, just typical start. And with that, Polaris is at your doorstep. Turn 3. They have a lot of animals, though. How's it going, Kurt? Welcome to the stream. Resources. And their unit is now frozen. Population growth. So, here's an argument to the move. It is important for them to get their the population growth in order to get their giant faster. However, because of the way that this Mooney is set up here on the east, I would actually almost argue it would have been a better move for them to have picked border growth instead. Because with border growth, they're able to buy so much time. Look at this beautiful line of just forests and mountains. With that, you can then potentially go into riders and roads, so that way you are able to have the advantage in this, well, bad setup that's currently going on while you work on other things. Yes, it is going to slow down the giant. But from my experience, giants are just not that good against Polaris. Not unless they're a juggernaut that's able to get enough support from other units to just juggernaut forward and get one hit in before they die. I think it would have been better for the opponent to have considered border growth here, because not only are they able to get a beautiful line of defensive territory here, but they're able to steal some territory from this city that is about to be lost. Because when they moved this unit here, they then moved here and here. They're not set up to fight for this village at all. Assume that this village is going to be lost and just steal the territory. I think that would have been better right there. Ruins is a good call. Moving out, level up as fast as you can. They're just trying to rush out a giant. Again, they may want to consider expanding territory. It's not as important in this setup. Annette, how's it going? Dude, you know, how am I just... Dude, do you know Mindustry, the game? I have it on my phone, yes. I do know Mindustry. Sailing, that's the correct move for them to be making, because they just need to be trying to get onto the water. But the other move I would really consider is using a unit that's going to be strong against Polaris, because Mooney are strong against slow units. What units are slow? Warriors, swordsmen, giants, and defenders. So if you're... Unfortunately, my opponent's using really slow units against my setup, where I'm able to just move Mooney forward and then freeze half their army. Again, this is my argument as to why Polaris is strong. Getting greedy, taking that village with her warrior as a rookie. Yep, that was definitely a mistake, especially with the lack of vision that they're currently playing with. And then immediately disembarks the giants, and now this giants, both of these giants. So my opponent did an interesting thing to rush out the giants, and I was not afraid at all. And here's why. Mooney, you just need one and a half Moonies in order to freeze giants, or ice archers in order to just permanently freeze giants. And congratulations, you have this really powerful unit that is now completely useless. It's taking up a tile, sure. It's applying some zone of control. Okay, yeah, I could do that, but unit's gonna die for free. There's nothing the opponent can do about it, not without proper support. If I were them, getting Rider Road straight up, or straight up get onto the water. So they tried getting onto the water, and then they immediately disembarked their Juggernaut to try to apply pressure to this city over here. However, my opponent's playing blind. Not because they didn't try to, because they got workshops here and here. Sure, but then they made a couple of mistakes assuming that, okay, my opponent's on my doorstep, I need to rush out giants. That is normally a good response. But in this situation, you want to give yourself some form of defensive advantage. If they had this line of trees, I would not be able to road or gain this massive advantage. And plus, in the long run, they'd have an additional giant. I'll still argue Giants against Polaris is bad. Maybe they should scout then and get Juggernaut. Yeah. They need to be getting scouts, which you'll see on this upcoming turn. Boom! Scout. Unfortunately, just my opponent's just not in a good position. So what do you do in a spot like this? Well, something similar to what's currently going on right now. You gotta use ranged units in order to deal with these Mooney, or fast units, like Riders. Unfortunately, our opponent, despite just having the riding tech right over here, they could be training 2 Riders a turn. It's no longer just trying to train Riders. They just got this warrior that's gonna completely skip the lighthouse, and it's just looking for another village. But that village is so far away. No village for them in the west. Yeah, no, this was not a nice map for my opponent at all. And Polaris get to take full advantage of just being able to bypass the water. That's an obstacle. However, Kiku should already be on the water, but yeah, this is just not a great map for them. If they built a defensive wall over here, they would have been able to do Rider Roads and at least use this as defensive terrain and then just rush forward with their attack whenever they're ready. And they probably would have had a better chance fighting for Toana as well as Payato. However, with that, they just got completely overwhelmed by good old traditional Rider Roads, and then that's the game. Ooh. Do we have any tribe requests? A lot of people are currently playing a lot of Kiku, a lot of Saimanti. I don't know. So here's actually a question that maybe you guys can... Illyrion, Saimanti. I mean, I could play Illyrion and or Saimanti. Illyrion's really popular right now just because they're really, really strong. Aquarion. All the special tribes. Alright, we can play special tribes. I might just play Saimanti. Get this special tribe out of the way. Gudrick. Alrighty, playing here again as Saimanti. What I'm gonna do... I've been having fun playing Illyrion versus Saimanti and Tiny Drylands. Yeah, I don't really play Tiny. It's not... what are they playing as? Good points. I've completely forgotten what that tribe starts out as. We're gonna go ahead and get some fungi. Pass the turn. They are Saimanti with Lighthouse? Ah, good catch. Maybe they're Saimanti too. Yeah, the issue is I'm not a Saimanti main, but I at least know what to do as Saimanti. I would love to get an Explore, but we're going to go ahead and workshop here. Warrior, boost, pass turn. First warrior is going to be going here. Second warrior is going to be going here. And then the shaman's going to go down and collect the lighthouse for us. Scared? Should be. Right over here, down here. Lighthouse, fungi. Resources. Pass the turn. May need Psyche here in a moment. My opponent has a much better spawn than I do. So many mountains want to block you. Yeah! I mean, I honestly think map generation should have it where mountains actually play as an obstacle. We're going to go ahead and pick up organization. Collect here. Unfortunately, we can't explore here. Workshop. Just move you over here. Nice. And train past the turn. Get organization. Yes. Already done. Alrighty, boost. I'm gonna delay capturing of this village for a turn. Probably a mistake. Fruit. Fruit. Border growth. And move you north. Pass the turn. Should I? I'm thinking I want to go hunting archery, get Psyche. I don't know if Psyche are really the best play against another Cymanti though, but perhaps going for Raichi. Because we already got access to water. That, unfortunately, I just don't know the answer to that one, so I'm gonna have to just pick a path and stick with it. And whatever happens, happens. Fungi. Fungi. Pass the turn. I think we gotta go... Actually, there's no easy way for Cymanti to explore over the water, is there? Fruit. Resources. Not to other that Psyche. Is this game in Steam? It is. That's what we're playing on right now. You're saying go with Psyche? Alright. We'll go ahead and pick them up. And then... just move down here, pass the turn. If you want to explore, there's a large amount of fog on the water, yeah. Alrighty, good to know. I know Psyche are good, but as to do I need to get Psyche in a mirror match kind of situation, that's just a thing I just don't know. Fruit. Fruit. I meant to get a Psyche first. Oh well. Boost. We're gonna go ahead and collect here. Hunt. Hunt. And I gotta explore. It's Kiku! Oh yeah. Hunt. I'm actually gonna get Fungi. Workshop, capture, and pass the turn. Woo! I was afraid that I was gonna have to deal with another Cymanti player. This changes so much. It really does. So they're on the water. We can still pick up our Raichi, but I could just spam with a lot of Psyche, and we should be fine. No, get Raichi ASAP. I think I want to just improve my economy a little bit first before I go for Raichi, but that is definitely a goal. Because compared to a typical Cymanti player, my economy is not as good as it should be. Do we get climbing? I don't think so. I don't think we get climbing. I should have gotten climbing. Yeah, I don't need climbing when I have Psyche. They're still moving units onto the water, but if we honestly have enough Psyche, we could just kill poison and kill all their units. Follow up with Hexapods and Dumux, because they also have creep. Alright, we need Raichi. Oh, hey, cool. They gave me this village. I need a better economy. How are we doing this? Park Fortune over here. Resources. Lumber Hots. Resources. We pass the turn. It's going to take a few turns to get Raichi now. That's fine. As long as we keep improving our economy, I can get a centipede in another 3 turns? I can get a couple more centipedes. I'm going to need mathematics. But we could definitely start with hydrology. Training unit. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Ooh. There's a village right here. Was. Do I really care about fishing? Not really. Woohoo! Put you here. And unfortunately, there's not much else I can do. Death by 1,000 cuts! Actually, what we can do is go ahead and just build some algae here. And get an explorer. Ooh, that's another lighthouse! Pass the turn. It is going to be tricky to get to this little island, unfortunately. This movement here puts us in range where we can just capture a null. Annul. Onlu. I'm dyslexic. Don't mind me. But we are abusing the heck out of one of the most underrated units. Look at that. It's already at 5 HP. Death from 1,000 cuts. Ooh. Got a port right there. That's fine. Right here? No, you're gonna go here and shoot that. Okay. Ooh, they got riders. I am going to go ahead and pick up climbing. Move you over here. Get that shot in. Just kill that boat. You know what? We're just gonna ping all their units to death. Death by 1,000 cuts. Hexapods? Nope. Another round of Psyche. Pass the turn. So he can stop the siege, but yeah, this centipede is just gonna start causing havoc. Not gonna work out for them. Ooh, they've got bananas. Awesome, and they spent their turn just attacking. Less units for them to produce. Making that mistake and getting algaed in a bad spot is demoralized. Yep. Ooh, we got fishing for free. Fish. Fish. Algae. Resources. Boost. Zip you right over to there. I could get hexapods and start running over them. Could. Should I? Probably. Pass the turn. I need to improve my economy again. Have I not placed any monuments? We are 3 away from the killer, and I already placed the other one over there. Perfect. My opponent made the mistake and actually took the bait. So, the issue with them moving forward to kill that Psyche is that gives me another spot of algae. Because I have the units to kill it. Especially with these boosted Psyche over here. Death by 1,000 cuts. Oh, more algae. So, when I had to deal with this a long time ago, I had no idea how to deal with it. And my opponent is trying to figure out, what do you do against these Psyche? Because they're weak. They are insanely weak. They're easy to kill. Why am I losing? The issue is because they have flying. They can just zip over and kill whatever they want. Alrighty, may get hexapods next. No, mathematics. Yep. Killer Monuments is complete. I really want to start pushing the battle to their land. Do we go Smithery? Tell you what, I really need more economy. So we're just going to train another batch of units. And pass the turn, save as much. No hexapods on turn 14. Not a Cymanti main. What am I supposed to do with hexapods here? I thought about getting hexapods, but what I'd rather do on my next turn is pick up mathematics, and then we can level these up and get a couple more centipedes. Because this centipede here has just been causing havoc. But my opponent has no navy, and now that they have no navy, I can slowly start. Oh, no! That is the worst place you could have gone! Oh, no! Oh, no. My poor heart. Why was that a misplay? Does anyone want to try to call it out real fast? Ooh, nice. They rushed out a giant. Nicely done. But why is moving this scout here a massive misplay? They should. Now it's algae fodder. Yep, it's not even algae fodder. It's just dead. Bop. Womp. We're gonna force their unit back. Alrighty, we're gonna go and pick up mathematics. Remember that legendary port game against Cymanti as Illyrion? Ooh, I mean, I don't remember its per se, but I enjoy a lot of the games that I play. Data power? Ah. I'm about to have made a mistake there. We gotta train an Exita here. And then we really gotta be improving that economy. We don't really need more Psyche. So at this point, we just pass the turn. What should I have done with that Centipede? I should have done something with that Centipede. Why did I do nothing with that Centipede? What I could have done is just attacked. Gotten a lot of damage in. Yeah, that would have been better than doing nothing. That was a misplay on my part. Training unit. Gotta do it. My opponent's smart. They're not gonna train a unit here. Another giant. That is to be expected. We're gonna try not to lose our Centipede here. Lumber Hots, Lumber Hots, Lumber Hot. And Sawmill. You know what that means, right? That's correct. That's a border growth. That was also intentional. How do we do this? We can level the Psyche up. We might as well, because else it's just dead. I think we actually go ahead and just threaten the capture. Nah, that Centipede's dead. I don't know what I was thinking. And still can't get hexapods. 1,000 cuts. Pass turn. Yeah, maybe they'll want bombers soon. Yeah, I'm a little worried about that, but Psyche do pretty well against bombers. So we need hexapods. Such is the order of things. I also just need to keep improving my economy, which I am doing terrible at. They have no units to protect those bombers. So yeah, they have nothing to protect bombers with. So I don't know what they would do with bombers. In this situation, you need cheap units, and unfortunately, water units are not cheap. They cost 7 stars minimum to make, which is what they're spending. But they need... But it only cost me 3 stars to make my units. So I can get away with this cheap economy I've got. Wow, okay. Oh, I should have trained or gotten a tech first. Because we are at the stage we actually do just need hexapods. Hexapod, hexapod, hexapod. Because we have the psyche. Slow down. I've got... You're right. I should slow down. This giant's dead. Yeah, zone of control right over here. Forgot about that. Wonder if he was trying to get a... Yeah, I was wondering if he's trying to get a cheeky snipe on my shaman. Ah, interesting road play. So now we are dealing with Ryder and Rhodes. Alright, you go here. You go here. Fruit. Border growth and connect the algae. Yep. Oops. It's okay, I don't think they're going to build up on that. Can't train a warrior there. That's a couple wasted stars. I need to save my gates of power. Chop and fungi? I don't think I need to chop and fungi. I was looking at that, but I don't think I need to. I guess I could chop here. Yeah, we could chop here. But we are now dealing with riders and roads, so we are being countered! There is nothing else we can do! Except, learn how to deal with it, which we gotta stay mobile ourselves or hold our ground. Could you pop the giant if they siege? No, I can't pop the giant. No, I can't. Yes, we can. It's gonna be tricky. Well, we could do border growth, but it's just how can we cover every single space? I don't see realistically how it happens. We have to border growth though. It's just no, we don't have the proper units to do that. I don't need to boost all my units, however, so we are going to go ahead and just steal that. Sawmill. Lumber hots. I was going to do it differently, Zeke, but that is also a nice way to do it. I was going to use my monument, but this saves us the monument. I need to be transitioning into the next phase. That's not what I meant to do, but oh well. Misclick. I was going to put on the ruins. Alrighty. So, I'll let people take a guess. What do you think the next transition is going to be? Because we got to transition to something else we're going to lose to Rider Roads. And then an eventual Knights. We essentially have two options. Cloak. Never mind. The opponent has resigned. Cloak, cloak, cloak. No, it wasn't going to be cloaks. It's going to be swordsmen. I mean, cloaks are pretty good because you get the defenders first and then cloaks, but cloaks still die to knights in Rider Roads. Nah, swordsman. Swordsman's the next route to transition over to. Let's see, Saimanti versus Kiku, Small Lakes. But cloak plus defense bonus, yeah, versus Rider Roads and Knights does nothing. Plus, if you're properly doing your Rider Roads, cloak shouldn't land. So we'll go ahead and take a look to see if is there anything we could have done with cloaks. Shared fog, autofocus off. Okay, so if we're looking at where cloaks are, I mean, don't get me wrong, cloaks are fun. They break enemy morale, but to be honest, I don't see how I use cloaks in this situation. We got to set our foothold and be ready to defend. Now, yep, we could go cloaks because Kaitons do pretty well at defending against knights, so that part is true. But what else do they do? Nothing. They get in the way, and then they do nothing. I need a unit that can slowly push in, and swordsmen are the perfect choice. Swordsmen, once we get a defense bonus, would be able to hold their own right over here. We can move them slowly forward over here. Aquatism, and swordsmen would allow us to push towards Anlu. Swordsmen supported by shamans with their boosts, as well as hexapods and Psyche, because Psyche just reduced the defense of enemies. Swordsmen can easily cut down enemies. Yes, but how do you break the spirit without cloaks? Actually, Christopher, you are 100% right about that. My apologies. I completely forgot that the whole purpose is to break the opponent's spirit. Let's break their spirit. I mean, they seemed pretty broken there at the end. That push didn't work for them. They saw their giant was basically dead, but I guarantee you they were probably still in an okay position. There we go. So they're at 24 stars. Here's their tech tree. Yep, math. They've got navigation. Why do they have navigation? But this is why Psyche's so strong, is you use Psyche and you slowly just build up algae. And now these boats, not only do they cost so much, but they can't traverse through the water the way they really want to. They craved bombers. They wanted those bombers, but they couldn't get them. Yeah, no, it was a 5-2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 city game. So we were fighting at a disadvantage that whole time. Welcome back, Annette. Hit Vana with boosted cloaks. It's true. The city's small, though. We only get 3 daggers. But nah, they needed Rider Roads earlier. Because notice, Rider Roads started actually fighting back pretty well against us. How much you want to bet this person is going onto Reddit right now to go, Saimanti is OP. I went with Rider Roads on turn 20 like you all asked. It did nothing. Let's see, when did they finally pick up the road? So they have riders. Still no roads. Still no roads. Turn 16. Still no roads. Turn 17. Okay, so they finally have roads on turn 17. Turn 17, they finally pick up roads. what they should have been able to try to do with roads, because they have enough cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Connect the cities. Get yourself a monument. Get more giants. Giants are good against Cymanti, as long as you use them right. They just stuck with trying. They were way too insistent on going with boats. Do you know what actually would have done better against all these Psyche? Archery. Archery does a pretty good job against defending against Psyche. Then after that, with archers, you then slowly get units onto the water. You support the water units because algae's going to build up everywhere. And then, Rider Roads. Followed by, buy your time, get knights. Instead, they got catapults. That was a rough game for them, not gonna lie though. That was definitely rough. This one was pretty good. I definitely don't feel like I was out of control at any point in that game. They did a couple stuff that surprised me, but... eh. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. Alright. What's the next tribe? Someone said Aquarion last one. I could do Aquarion. I could suffer. Aquarion needs help real bad. They do feel a lot better with the starting off with the riding tech. What we got over here? What's going on in the team chat? I have no idea. Aquarion on 19 on a small lakes, yeah. Yikes! Ooh. We're going to move you down here, train a warrior past the turn. So this is an unfortunate start. But the reason we're moving here is we're going to be moving this rider from here to here. Try to get as much vision as we can. This warrior is going to be going north on land. It's always unfortunate to start with Aquarion. Yeah. But I love them. See, I loved Aquarion when they first came out. They felt so unique for being able to transverse on water and all that. And then the other special tribes just did a better job at everything. Not gonna lie, this is a terrible start. Are we starting off playing against a Cymanti that started off in the corner? We're gonna pick up organization. 1, 2. Workshop. Our goal is always to get at least 8 stars per turn, so we could try to spam tridents. But tridents, you know, aren't as overpowered as they used to be anymore. Nah, the opponent's score is going up way too slowly. They got a tech. Oh, they're about to capture a city. Yeah, the Trident's nerf hurt so much. Yeah. Nah, that nerf hurt a lot. With a proper lake, though, we should be fine. Capture. Amphibian. Warrior to go to the lighthouse. Pass the turn. Army hurts so bad. I'm gonna wait. I have to wait 3 turns before I could properly get more economy. Move up. Oh boy, it's Simanti! Pass the turn. We actually got a pretty decent advantage against Simanti. The issue is we suffer for the lack of roads. So I would say Simanti is just better, a good counter against Aquarion, even though I can't use roads. You're right. I can't use roads. I can use water, but I can't use roads. I think we're going to go to the outside and aim for villages on the out here. Nice. Move over here. We're going to pick up farming. Just so I can level up all my other villages. Aquarion economy hurts so bad. Farming does nothing against Simanti in half the territory. Oh, that's terrible. I should not even gotten the city. The city's actually just a dead city to me. Capturing that city actually was probably a mistake. We were here. If we moved here instead, we could have gotten this village, and this village might have something. Farm. Resources. Farm. Workshop. Warrior on the front, and pass the turn. This is going to be interesting. I hope so. It better be interesting. We could level up this village by picking up hunting, and we can get an explore there. Really need a couple of good explorers. Hi, Toby. Hey, Yoppy, it's going good. We are currently playing as Aquarion against the Simanti. Our opponent is 450, so it's going to be a rough game. Ooh. Yeah, we lost those ruins. I've played against that opponent before. Alrighty. Farm. Hunting. Resources. Capture, capture. And pass the turn. They beat you? Yeah. Well, not gonna lie, it's not looking good for us. Oh, I should have kept an eye on their score. I bet you they got technology. Hmm. The nice thing is we got time. Aquarium versus Diamantes. Yeah, it's very rough. I want to pick up Forestry for the whole purpose of being able to chop this. We're going to go ahead and capture here. We're going to move you back to this tile. Hunt. Fruit. Explore. Down, down, down. There we go. Alright, now let's find everything out about our opponent. Yep. That ain't gonna go well. Luckily, we have one thing to our advantage. The water. All we could do is just buy time. That's all I can do. There's a lot of hexapods. Who's it that called me out for training a whole bunch of not failing to for just failing to train a whole bunch of hexapods? Like, my opponent has a whole bunch of hexapods. Cool. What are they supposed to do with all of them? Luis Raphael. Oh, are you talking about the pro player? They're a pro. Are they a pro? I recognize that name, but... Ooh. Alright, we're going to move up here. Hunt. Fruit. Explore. Oh, they're the ones that called me out for not having hexapod. I'm going to gamble. Explore! They should be afraid. Alrighty, we got our Eye of God. Which in turn, Eye of God gives us crabs. Park of Fortune. There we go. So we have full vision of the map. Is it really gonna help? Pretty sure they're that maybe. All right, we train a warrior here. We're okay for a turn. Amphibian. Pass the turn. Okay. My economy's terrible, though, is the unfortunate thing. We need walls down here, really just to buy time. But we did get to expand really fast. So that part is nice. They're going to try to get Raichi. They should be trying to get Psyche, though. But, like, real question. What? Yep, so there's the Psyche. Not the Psyche. What? Oh, their city name is Psyche. That messed me up, Raichi. Bop, bop, bop. They are short on time, so yeah. I can try to take advantage of that. But unfortunately, time is not on my side either. Do I roll that up? Farm. Fruit. We could definitely get some resources there. Well, we have the resources. We're just going to go ahead and wall this city up. I don't think a wall's worth it. It's going to buy us an extra turn. Trident's going to be very useful in this map. Yes, we're just trying to improve our economy so we can afford them. Did I really? Hold on. Oh well. I should have moved it over here. Mistake! Total misplay. Can't they just take it? We're really just trying to buy ourselves some time. Fascinating. How many stars are you making over here? Yeah, just the 2. That's not the button I wanted to press, but okay. I'm going to do this just to do that. It's going to be a bit before we can actually kill what we need to kill. Yeah, I'm in big danger. So what my opponent's plan is, and unfortunately I can't do anything in this situation. Because I need to expand the borders of Tictus or Poed. In order to expand the borders of Tictus, I will have to get mining and then hope both, or climbing and mining, and hope that there's ores on both of these. Which I don't think is a thing. Also, wants my opponent just... how close are you to kill? You're not close at all. My opponent's very good. They're playing very well. The issue is they're only... My opponent's only, Where are we gonna get out of this? Ooh. That is very beneficial. I need to give him a defensive bonus, but that's not happening. Do we think they have vision of that bomber? Yes. I think he has vision of that bomber. Forget, you get 1 or 2 stars back for disbanding amphibians. 1? It's just 1, right? Because you only get 20% of the original cost back, so it's just 1. 2? I thought you got 50. Nope. My bad. It's all good. They may not have vision. Yeah, maybe. My opponent's going to expand their borders of this city this turn. They're going to build an algae right here, and they're going to be able to start zipping forward. I think my main concern is I need to start trying to protect Tictus. Because in 2 turns, Tictus is going to have issues. If they don't have vision, it's going to ruin their day. They have vision. You can put your crab there to stop that for a bit. I don't want to stop that for a bit. I want to plan for the long run. Womp. Yep. Yeah, that bomber was a bad find. I should not have gotten that ruins, apparently. Womp, 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 womp. Oh, ruins are not on my side. These are interesting places to be put in, but unfortunately, it only just puts me in a bad spot in this game. I gotta move him there. This warrior can go here. I was not paying attention to the population. They're just... Oh, not a good turn. I'm losing this one. So it's really, which direction does he want to send this Raichi? What I would do is put the Raichi right here, explode. He can then build an algae either here, here. Doesn't matter. Probably here to have a little more adaptability. And all of these hexapods are zooming in, which is the exact reason why we trained this archer. I should have saved my resources instead of leveling. I should have had tridents at this point. I'd be in a lot better position if I had tridents and then be able to slowly push inwards. Gotta move him this away. You're gone. Now we actually get to apply a little bit of pressure. I want to try to keep this Exida right there. think it's the best we could do. Turn 14 isn't always so easy. Right? We would have had it on like turn 12. I actually really could have just put all my resources to getting those tridents, but I didn't. This village is going to be, or this city is going to be falling, unfortunately. It's going to happen. Oh, no. You got this, Lewis. Come on, Luke! Maybe opponent rage quit. I doubt they rage quit. This is a very... I think just something happened IRL. I'm pretty something had happened. Because this game is not... the game is clearly not over. This was going to be one of the more interesting positions to have been in. Should we pass or play? Play. Gotta play. Fair. You need it, to be honest. I mean, you're about to see I actually kind of didn't. The play gives us such a huge advantage. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Well, you didn't assume your opponent doesn't do... Yeah. Do we even train a warrior? We don't train a warrior there. We save our resources here. Passing distorts the game still anyways. Yeah, but that turn where, because his entire centipede is now dead. He can't stop the siege unless he does a centipede push. You can get a crab in the southern city again next turn. Yeah. But like, that pass, that turn skip did so much. Looked like they're gone anyways. So, I was going to be doing everything I could to defend this city here, which it was going to be tricky. I think I was going to be losing that city, but we we're going to be able, just as we are now, to be able to apply pressure to this one, but he would have been able to train a lot more units. Should we resign? Because I'm pretty certain there's a chance we should have lost this game. I think this game would have gone on for another hour. Yeah. That's really the biggest complication in all this. I'd say resign, but it's Simanti. So, well, because I'm pretty certain this is a professional player, and I'm like, they're definitely better than me. If I think I think we just end our turn here. Well, we'll just go ahead and we resign right here, just out of sportsmanship, because I'm pretty certain that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would have fought with all my might. But, like, we have Tridents. At this point, there's no coming back for the opponent. But that moment 2 turns ago, I don't think that's a professional player. You sure? Aren't they? Hold on, where are they? Doesn't seem like they're coming back. I mean, if we want to resume, they just rage quit, then I'll take the win. It's either that or they showed up to the stream like half a year ago, and then I'm just recognizing their name in the now. See, we'll go ahead and let it happen. We're gonna I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I'm not finding them on the Polychamps. Here they are. It's this person. Hold on, let's make sure that we don't have Discord up. Nah. This person. Are they even on Polychamps? No, they're a Nova. They're good, but they were playing Simanti, so you have to take that with a grain of salt. Okay, so they're a Nova player. I'm trying to see. I think they were looking into the competitive. Left the server. Okay, so no, they're not They're not a professional player. Okay, so they abandoned the game. There's one mention on the Polytopia Discord. Yeah, no, I found them. Though they attempted Polychamps and then they quit. So they're not a pro. They are not even a Nova. So, time is out. What needed to be done differently? So, they called me out for not training hexapods, but I'm going to call them out for training nothing but hexapods. Oh, hold on. Wrong music now. There we go. Luis Raphael. We'll just use their in-game name. That is the wrong place. Alrighty, well, I'm getting hungry, but what I would like to do is we're going to play one more game, just so that way we might as well get one of each of the special tribes in. Because why not? It was Kurion versus Simanti, Small Lakes. And then versus Lucre 7. So they put up a good fight. They played well. Let's take a look at everything from their view. Move forward, makes sense. Level up. That's a good split. I didn't know how you could, if he kept giving you pressure, I don't know how you can hold. So I would have had to have spent a couple turns getting tridents and then just keeping my tridents alive, because sure, it's rough, but my units can one-shot all of theirs. The trickiest thing would be dealing with all of the algae. That would have been the trickiest part. But tridents, honestly, were going to be the answer. Wow, look at how fast they got their centipede. That's beautiful. Workshop. Alrighty. So, I'm gonna mention that, yes, you got this here and this here, but you've got to consider the possibility of getting an explorer. Yeah, it looks like there's going to be water all over the place, but maybe you should consider the idea of picking up climbing, just so that way you can get vision all the way down here in the south. Moving back. Forestry, get the centipede, makes sense. Also then gets the additional stars. At this moment, I've just expanded faster than they did. Maybe it's just making an example of how more hexapods win the game in one point was once the point was made, he left. I mean, it wasn't necessarily of do hexapods win the game. It's Raichu will storm the whole field. Raichu are good, but I think we would have been fine. Well, oh, if you're talking about Raichu putting algae all over the place, right? So the thing I was eyeballing was picking up farming specifically so I could get rid of any algae that spawns inside of my territory. But again, that would have been very expensive. I really just needed the tridents first. Okay, finally gets an explorer there. I also over-explored a little bit, but I think getting the monument was more important. I was also fighting very aggressively, because I really didn't want these Raichu to just overwhelm me on the water. But here's a question. Imagine how much different this entire thing would have gone if my opponent instead went with Psyche. These walls would have mattered nothing at all. And then they could have started flying over. And then slowly algaing up the place. You don't need Raichu. Maybe you're see, smart. You're right. I mean, I'm not going to actually sit down and say I'm right. I'm more so just trying to bring up the other possibilities. Simanti, don't get me wrong. Everybody kind of has a little bit of a hate towards Simanti because of especially how much they also force tiny maps to just be Simanti mirror matches. But Simanti, let's not lie, Cymanti is one of the mechanically most interesting tribes in the game because so much changes because of all of their units. There's actual counterplay to Cymanti. They're one of the more interesting tribes in the game. It's just they're a little too dominant. And I honestly think that the other special tribes should have the uniqueness that Cymanti has, especially Aquarion. But like, look at all these hexapods. He trained so many hexapods. Full. What does he do with these units? You can't do anything with these units. Not until you get a whole bunch of algae on the board. That's going to be expensive. Or you got to train Psyche to move forward and explode. That's 8 stars. That's going to be expensive. Yep. That was a very unfortunate bomber on my part. I really wish I didn't get a bomber there. It's mainly the overuse of them. Oh, actually, let's go back and review that play. So my opponent opted with the move their Psyche forward, explode. I actually argue they would have had a better... Oh, actually, they're out of stars. Okay, nah, that's a good play. Never mind. I didn't realize they were out of stars. They're fine. It is annoying to go over against Cymanti over and over and over again on dry lands. I don't play dry lands, so I don't experience that problem. But because I play on lakes, I play against Kiku almost all the time. Because people will just naturally conform to whatever they think the meta is, and they have to play the best thing. You don't have to. That's also why I refuse to always just only play the best stuff. If you end up finding me randomly in a random game, most of the time you're gonna go, oh, it's totally online. Okay, well, what is he gonna play? Cymanti Squid? No, you're probably gonna see me play Quetzali. So if we get all the way to this point, right over here. So 26 stars. What do you do here? Well, you go ahead and spend this Exodus turn to poison this unit here. This warrior can siege. Not gonna lie, I would just explode all these segments, just so that way the centipede can go over here and kill this warrior. With the segment facing over here, and then kill this warrior. So that way the segment's protected and protecting the centipede. Then we're getting rid of a whole bunch of territory right there. And converting this into fungus. We could start training units in this city again. Possibly pick up strategy, just so that way we can try to defend its borders. But we got to get rid. Our main plan is, look, we can easily siege this city. It's what are we gonna do against this crab that's about to siege us over here? I'm guilty of only playing Imperius, but it seems like Imperius is not even that common on drylands. Play whatever the heck you want, whatever you have fun with. That's the most important part, right? Why are you playing a game if you're not having fun? Unless it's your job, but then after that it's a job. You're not playing a game, it's your job. What else to do? Because if I was in their shoes, I would also be assuming my opponent is trying to get tridents. I've also seen them sell units. I've seen them sell units, so I know they have free spirit. You should just assume that tridents are on their way. So how do you start dealing with tridents? Well, I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but Psyche can fly over and then start poisoning and killing off tridents. And if you turn all of this into rough terrain, tridents just struggle. After that, Dumux. Dumux do really, really well against everything that Aquarion have, because normally Dumux kind of fall to knights. Just 2 knights kill a Dumux, and they completely overwhelm them. And this is not a good situation to be using swordsmen, because swordsmen are terrible against tridents. So you got Psyche and you got Dumux that you got to be saving up for. How do you save up for that? Improve your economy. You have the technology, so just build yourself the sawmill here, and then a lumber hots here. Get those stars back. Heck, if you explode everything here, that's fungus right over here on this spot as well. So you do that, you build the lumber hots here, and then in a couple turns, you get a free centipede push. As long as you can protect it long enough, you'll be golden. Get all these hexapods boosted and ready to defend. Which is, you move the shaman to this tile. No, you gotta move the shaman to this tile, because that's safe. You move the shaman to this tile here, you just move these hexapods over. You just get ready to just overwhelm this crab, because you just need to protect the city for 3 turns to get a free centipede. After that, we really got to be fighting for the water over here. Psyche can act, not right. Psyche. Raichi are actually an okay choice to be spawning out from Neo Dio in order to deal with the units that we currently got. I guess Raichi are pretty good against. Now that I'm thinking about it, they're probably the best bet. One of the better units to be using against Aquarion. How much movement do they have? 3? Yeah, they have 3 movement. Huh. Fascinating. So we should just be continuing to spam out Raichi. So maybe we do keep... but the shaman's too far away to protect the city. Well, I guess actually we can. We could just put hexapod here, hexapod here, hexapod here. Raichi, boost. I don't know. We got options. Like, this game was definitely not over. This city was going to be ours. Unless we're... I mean... we could also assume that maybe I'm saving the resources to do a giant push. But all you gotta do is explode. That poisons this unit here. Go over here, bop, secure the siege. You can then move this unit over 1 tile, specifically because it's poison, so that way we can deal with anything else over here. I don't know, we got options. This game was certainly not over. I really wish we could have seen this game actually move on to the next stages, but because my opponent ended up... I'm pretty certain they abandoned the game. Because the game was not over. It's just they were in an uncomfortable situation. I really wish we got to see the actual results. I don't want to even say my opponent rage quit. I would think it's more appropriate to assume that our opponent had something came up in real life, and let's be honest, real life comes first. Let's just assume something happened in real life that they had to take care of instead, because, you know, that... I really wish we could have seen the outcome of this one. Just had lunch plans, so I was hoping for a quick one. Yeah. Hey, you're not getting a quick game against me, not unless you get a really successful rush. I am getting hungry. But so we're going to play on an empty stomach. But we're going to go ahead and play as Illyrion. Just so that way we can get our final game in. And do every single special tribe. This will be the last game of the stream. Whereas we'll be closing the stream, doing some other stuff. And then I'm going to continue my hardcore run of Palmon. Because I've been addicted to that. But it's going to be more so of us. Ooh. We got a dream start right over here. I'm gonna train a warrior and pass the turn. Because I haven't been having a lot of fun playing that. We're gonna be spending a lot of time kind of just building up and solidifying our position. Solidifying our resources in that. I think we're playing against a Semanti. No, we're not. We're playing against Kiku. That was probably a mistake, but I'd rather get an Explorer in. Bando says Pizza Kiku. I mean, out of context, that's over two separate, posts, but we just need Pizza Kiku now. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, whoops. So out of context, yes. I don't think we're in a position to be exploring. I wanted to explore. We're still gonna explore. Maybe I should have waited until, Ooh. Oh, that's so much vital information. Warrior. And we gotta save our resources. Ooh. Riders. Good call. The trickiest thing I have to deal with now is the fact that I still have a terrible economy. I gotta save my resources. Yep. Interesting. I really gotta save my resources. I can train a warrior here, and then we pass. How aggressive do I want to be? No, I can't. I gotta improve my resources. Farming. Farm. Workshop. We're going to put you there. Pass the turn. We're still fine, but we're about to have big issues. Train one warrior. Pass the turn. Wow, that's a terrible village. I am not going to capture that and just ruin everything else. Sorry, it's not worth ruining my economy. Yeah, my opponent's about to have giants. Alright, that's a siege next turn. So I gotta fight back. Pass the turn. Oh! I miscalculated. I should have leveled up this city first. Farm, and that. I'll do that in this next turn, but we're already behind in the, well, in the fight. So it's not looking good. Harvest, farm, resources. How much? Only 2. Right. Gotta pass my turn. They got me. Well played. Yeah. Okay, so that was definitely, I messed something up right there at the beginning. Guess I can't win all of them. Better luck next time. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and just copy this. It is Illyrion versus Kiku. Small lakes. Alrighty. You should get roads next. Oh yeah, no, they definitely were getting roads. I was honestly kind of just hoping they weren't. So we're gonna turn off autofocus because the game keeps auto setting that. So the spread of units I'm not too upset with. I made a bad call. I actually should have just waited. I don't know. So the biggest question is should I have still gotten organization? Now with my vision that I had right here on this turn. Maybe I should have just waited the turn and gotten forestry. Because the other option is, instead of getting organization this turn... Yeah, no, actually, I think just I should have only gotten forestry. I think that was just the biggest misplay, is I just shot my economy completely. Because then I wouldn't have to have saved up for 2 turns. Because I would have saved up for 2 turns to be able to then place this here. Then in a couple turns place it here. Would have shaped up a lot better. It's almost... yeah, you're all right. It is almost always the first tech to get. It's just I really wanted vision of my opponent. Now, the vision paid off. It helped a lot. But no, my opponent did exactly what they needed to do. Just ride a roads. Very beautiful follow-up. This fight right over here. Okay, so with my vision that I have... Maybe I should have done... So what I should have done is explored first. Because by failing to explore first... that ended up putting this Polytar in a bad position. Because at this point, there's nothing this Polytar can do. It's dead. A beautiful follow-up. Moving backwards. Do they have vision of me? Okay, so they do have vision of me. Wow, they got an early explore? Ruins? Okay, ruins. Dang. Those are good ruins. Alrighty, so that makes perfect sense about why they moved back instead as well. So that was just a good play. But I should have explored first, then this Polytar would not have been in this position. I could have been fighting over this city instead of just giving up for free. And then, of course, they do everything. They get this rider. Beautiful follow-up. Now, no matter what I do, I guess I should have just moved the Polytar back. What the follow-up was, and which I was trying to avoid, is they just move here, Babada kill. But what I needed to do is move here, move you here. Because then I can Polytar push and still fight back. This is a rough game. Oh man, this one is somewhat headache-inducing. Just a lot of that thinking. Maybe that would have been better. It's just moving back. Yes, the Polytar basically dies for free, but planning around that. So move here. So the following turn I can Polytar push and then counterattack with my warriors. But then I would have needed writing in order to keep up, but I don't have the economy to keep up. So again, I really needed to have started off with forestry, because then we could have placed one here, and either here or here. So I would have had a much better economy. I would have been able to spawn out Polytars here every other turn. Yeah, I needed to start off with forestry. So those two misplays. Well, I made a judgment call. It was the wrong judgment. I should have gone with forestry. This one was a misplay. I should have moved here, move this warrior up here, move this warrior onto this Polytar. So following turn, I could do a Polytar push and fight back. Just, there aren't very many great. That's 7 stars. Yeah, no, that's 7 stars. That makes a huge difference. That puts me into a great economy based on this start, which would have made a huge difference. I could have then gotten riders, and I actually could have fought back. Yeah, I didn't. But then I would have had a Polytar here. I could have trained a warrior, and we could have kept applying a lot of pressure here. We would have been building up these sanctuaries, follow up with riders, maybe roads, more likely roads because of the space we have. Yeah, just 3 roads here levels up the capital. organization gets this and this leveled up. Yeah. I should have started off with forestry. So, don't make that mistake. Go ahead and get forestry. Sanctuaries are kind of just worth it. Even if it's only, 2 stars per turn. It's still a lot more worth it. You'll be able to get a workshop later. I hope you found all of these games useful. I hope you actually found this one helpful in your future games of Polytopia. We are going to be done streaming Polytopia for the day. I'm going to be stepping back, taking care of a few things, and then I will be continuing later in Pal World on my hardcore Nuzlocke. Try to avoid deaths and find a new place to build up a camp and improve our resources. Until then, either hope to see you in the next stream in a few hours, or you'll have a wonderful rest of y'all's day, and I hope to see y'all again next week. Take care, everyone. Thank you, Bandu, for stopping by as well. Catch you next time.